Have you ever wondered why, despite our talents, intelligence, and kindness, we still feel stuck in an invisible loop? The answer lies deep within what we cannot touch, unconscious forces. Mahavatar Babaji, the immortal yoga master from the Himalayas, points out a surprising truth. Man is not governed by the gods, but by the vibrations he creates himself. So, what invisible force is really controlling your life? How can you escape this vicious cycle? And what path of liberation does Mahavatar Babaji, the embodiment of spiritual freedom, offer? The power of the unconscious, the stream that pulls you away from the light. Here are 3 invisible pillars that shape your destiny. 1. Accumulated karma, the invisible operating system of the mind. You are more than the thoughts running through your head. You are the sum of countless lifetimes, the stream of accumulated karma, from unconscious choices, repeated habits, to unhealed emotions. Karma is an invisible operating system that is more powerful than the will. It creates reaction patterns, hidden fears, and repetitive behaviors that force you to follow an unwanted script. Babaji once said, "Until karma is cleared, you are not living your true self, you are living your karma." 2. Resurrected emotions, echoes of countless past lives. Have you ever experienced an unexplained fear, a sadness of unknown origin? Babaji calls it echoes from past lives. Emotions are not only reactions to current events, but also unhealed wounds from countless previous lives. A small event today can accidentally trigger pain or fear from the past, causing you to react in a confusing and uncontrollable way. That is when new emotions carry the energy of old emotions, creating an internal storm. 3. The power of the unconscious surpasses the will. You can try to change, set goals, but if the unconscious still exists, you will always be pulled back by the gravitational pull of old patterns. Babaji reminded that the greatest power comes not from the will, but from the deep pull of the unconscious. Therefore, instead of just trying to change the outside, we need to go deep inside. This is where self-inquiry and Kriya Yoga become the path of liberation, one to look directly at the roots of emotions and karma, one to restore life energy, helping you escape the cycle of unconsciousness. Mahavatar Babaji, the embodiment of freedom. Babaji is not a mythical teacher to be worshipped, but a living symbol of absolute freedom. 1. Beyond time and space. Babaji has no age, no fixed history. He appears when and where he is needed, as a powerful reminder you too can go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. In the midst of the constant flow of birth and death, there is a place that is not limited by time, that is your true self. 2. Kriya Yoga, the key to inner purification. Babaji does not bring theory, he offers Kriya Yoga, a powerful technique of inner purification. Kriya Yoga uses the flow of life energy, prana, to burn each layer of accumulated karma. It clears the chakras, helping the spiritual light to gradually spread, purifying from the body to the mind. Babaji described, Kriya Yoga is the spiritual lever to lift people from the rhythm of daily life to the highest vibrational frequency of consciousness. 3. The path of awakening from silence. Babaji did not establish a sect, did not make noise. He believed that silence is the only path that leads a person from unconsciousness to pure awareness. Silence in meditation, to listen to oneself. Silence in action, to serve the selfless. Silence in letting go, to release old emotions. This wordless silence creates an energy flow stronger than any words, helping each person to discover and release the hidden power within. The way out of the unconscious, the Babaji way. Babaji asserts, liberation is not something new, but a return to your original self. To get there, we need to refine every breath, every thought, every emotion, and every moment of silence in the light of awareness. These are the milestones on that journey. 1. Kriya Yoga, elevating the breath into a healing meditation. Kriya Yoga is an inner revolution. It is the art of burning away karma with your own life energy. As you inhale, imagine a stream of pure light rising from the base of your spine, reconnecting you to the higher source. As you exhale, let old worries, fears, and hurts dissolve, transformed into pure light. Babaji teaches, every correct breath is a cleansing, a breaking of the chain of unconsciously repeated karma. The power of prana, life energy, will gently penetrate each cell, re-establishing the inner system, awakening a new vitality that you may not immediately recognize, but it is silently healing everything. 2. Self-inquiry, ask questions to break illusions. Babaji does not require you to memorize teachings, but needs you to courageously face the truth by asking yourself. Each question is like a ray of light shining into the darkness of the unconscious. Who is afraid? Who is drowning in regret? Which eye is feeling this body? Each question is a step back to realize you are not the thoughts, but the knowing that is aware of all those thoughts. This is the moment when you step out of the maze of unconsciousness and see it clearly. 3. Mindful stillness, the door to transformation opens. Babaji believed in the silent power of conscious stillness. He did not put his faith in organizations or sects, but in your own ability to be still. Just take 1 to 2 minutes every morning to sit still, feel your breath, listen to your heartbeat, and realize your being is always still and eternal. Emotions are just waves rising on the surface of that peaceful ocean. When you know that, you are no longer swept away by those waves. 4. Unconditional service, the light radiates on its own. Enlightenment is not for you to benefit yourself, but for you to become a guiding light. When you live mindfully every day, smile at people you meet instead of frowning. Listen with your heart, not your ego. Act with gratitude, not with a sense of gain. You not only heal yourself, but you also inadvertently radiate healing energy to those around you. Your vibrational field becomes a silent invitation for peace and awareness. 5. Continuous self-reflection, don't trust the ego. The spiritual path is full of ego traps. When we make a little progress, it's easy to fall into the illusion that we are awakened. Babaji warns, the truly awakened person is ready to wipe out his ego every day. Only by remaining humble, constantly reflecting and letting go can the light of presence remain fresh and pure. What entity really controls you? The Babaji way. What entity holds absolute power within you? And how to free yourself from it? 1. The most powerful entity, the old self. When you say I, are you sure it is you? Babaji describes the self as not you, but a massive unconscious energy that rides on you. The self is a phantom created by you from old, unresolved memories, habits, and emotions. It clings to karma, using the senses to maintain its existence. We mistake familiar behaviors, thoughts, and emotions for me, but they are actually a pre-programmed copy. When you learn to let go, the old me gradually dissolves, revealing the true self, an entity that was never born and will never die. 2. The law of nature, raising energy to liberate. Babaji doesn't just want you to stop suffering. He wants you to become a torch, lighting up the entire inner energy system. By raising the vibrational frequency of your cells, you will ignite the inner prana flow, push pure energy throughout your body and mind, breaking unconscious blockages. Clear your inner vision, help you realize old behaviors that no longer serve your life. Combine stillness and conscious breathing, make unconscious cycles gradually weaken and self-destruct. As Babaji said, when the light has a higher vibrational frequency, there is no room for darkness to reign. 3. Break the loop, let go of the ego's desires. This is the most difficult challenge, when the old ego wants to be enlightened, wants to practice. It will create a vicious cycle, keeping you trapped in the illusion of spiritual progress. Babaji instructs. Always ask yourself, who is speaking? Which eye is seeking enlightenment? This helps you separate yourself from the voice of the ego. Do not become a bridge for the old ego. Let go of all ambition, pride, or ideas about who I am. Use meditation and breathing to peel away the layers. Focus on the present, without judgment, without expectation. The more you practice, the more you realize that it is all an illusion. The only thing left is the core essence, the nameless light of awareness. 4. Redefining spiritual diligence. Diligence is not about practicing a lot, but about practicing correctly. Babaji teaches that true diligence is living consciously in each moment. 1 conscious breath. A moment of silence in the middle of a busy day. An act of unconditional kindness. You don't have to become a mystic. You just have to live a life of awareness. When you do that every day, you are becoming the very light of freedom you seek. 5. Awakening spreads, from the individual to the community. Awakening is not just for you. According to Kriya practitioners, a person who practices awareness can positively influence those around him. A pure heart can inspire the whole community. Babaji emphasized, I did not come for you to become me. I want you to awaken yourself, and from there, each light will connect, forming a great ocean of light for humanity. Babaji Meditation, a 10-minute guide to unleashing your inner light. Babaji has left a simple path that can be practiced in everyday life, starting with 1 breath, 1 minute of silence to break the web of unconsciousness and awaken your inner light. Here is a 10-minute meditation guide, an effective way to reconnect with your true self. 1. Preparation. Create a quiet space, 1 minute. Find a quiet corner in your home. It can be a small meditation corner, the edge of your bed, or anywhere you feel at peace. Sit up straight, close your eyes gently. This posture allows energy to circulate naturally. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. Let each breath carry a thought. Inhale, receive peace. Exhale, let go of all worries and anxieties. Open your heart to the dawn of your soul. 2. Babaji breath, burning the unconscious, for minutes. This is the heart of the meditation, using the breath to purify karma and open up energy. Inhale deeply from the base of the spine. Imagine a stream of pure white light rising from the tailbone, along the spine to the top of the head. Hold the breath for 2 to 3 seconds. Feel this energy focus at the Ajna chakra, 3rd eye chakra, the seat of intuitive wisdom. Exhale gently, let go of all old energy, fears, tensions, and worries. Visualize them dissolving like smoke. Incorporate silent mantra meditation. Inhale, I am light. Exhale, I release all darkness. If the mind is agitated, do not tense up. Gently bring your attention back to your breath, like a stream of clouds flowing gently yet deeply. 3. Self-inquiry, illuminating thoughts, 3 minutes. After a few cycles of mindful breathing, gently ask these questions to your mind. Who is looking at the world through these eyes? Who is feeling this breath? Who is in this body? You don't need to find the answers intellectually. The purpose of these questions is to quiet the mind, to focus attention on the observer, not on what is being observed. It is a fuse to light up the light of pure presence. 4. Mindful silence, self-rising light, 2 minutes. Let go of all thoughts, desires, or intentions. Simply sit still, breathe evenly, and feel the stillness. Feel the inner light spreading. When thoughts come back, gently return to your breath without judgment. Maintain this state of pure presence. 5. End with gratitude, 30 seconds. Place one hand on your heart or clasp your hands together in front of your chest. Silently say to yourself, I am grateful for my pure being. I am open to the freedom that is there. Slowly open your eyes, smile. See the light in your eyes, that is the light that Babaji has awakened. When you practice this meditation every day, when you are anxious, a mindful breath will wash away all unconscious vibrations. When you are tired, a moment of stillness will recharge you. When you want to love, remember that the most concentrated light is patience, gentle love, and freedom. This is the path to not only being, but truly living consciously. 7. Awakening your inner home, Babaji's lessons for activity in everyday life. We often live in an inner home with many layers, unconscious, emotional, rational, spiritual. 7.1 The house of the unconscious dominates dense layers of delusion. The first room contains painful memories, unhealed wounds. The second room contains the fear of betrayal, failure, loss. The third room contains the habit of wanting, chasing fame, validation. You try to clear the way to the top floor, inner freedom. But many times you forget to clear that home. Babaji teaches, understand that each layer of delusion that exists is a part of your being. It is not scary if you know how to illuminate it. 7.2 Use each breath as a light. Instead of isolating a certain layer, you learn to gently move the light through each corner of your inner house. When you breathe deeply in, you shine light into each room of the unconscious. When you breathe out, you release each old energy block. You don't rush into a dark corner. You just touch it lightly and let the breath do the work. That is the path Babaji teaches. The breath not only heals, but breaks through the unconscious. 7.3 Self-creating transformational energy, not receiving gifts, but exchanging with the self. Babaji does not teach people to abandon the body, but to merge with the body gently with high energy. Focus the light into the chakras. Experience the body as a stream of energy. Do not expect a name, just expect the light to illuminate itself. You do not receive miracles from the outside, you create miracles yourself in your breathing and conscious thinking. 7.4 Silence is the river, prayer is the shore. Babaji emphasized, it is not noble words that awaken people. It is a silent prayer in the light. By persevering in silence every morning, you build the shore for the inner river. The river does not need to wave the flag of knowledge. It only needs to pour out its enthusiasm into the light, saving you every day. Conclusion, you are not stuck, you just need to awaken. The power of the unconscious is not a judgment or a mistake, but simply the residue of a long spiritual journey. You are not a person sinking in darkness. You are just a person who has not learned to stand in the light, to hold on to the happiness and peace that is already there. Babaji did not come to teach you how to live better, but to awaken you to the greatest truth. You are already God, even within the confines of your unconscious. Every practice, every mindful breath, every moment of silence are just tools to help you remove the veil of illusion, to once again see your true and great self. Om Shanti. Namaste.